Hello, my name is Yagao. I'm a bilingual actor, movement director, and theater maker working across movement, stage and screen, and intercultural performance. My practice centers the body as the site of memory and meaning, where movement carries dialogue before words. Drawing on Chinese and British heritage movements, I create sensorial movement-led work shaped by space, light, shadow, and textile, informed by the Chinese aesthetic of 写意. I'm trained across both Chinese and Western performance traditions. At this stage of my practice, I'm particularly focused on how Chinese theater and the movement languages can be reimagined within contemporary performance. Rather than treating tradition as fixed or decorative, I work with it as living material for experimentation, translating Chinese heritage practice into contemporary context, while retaining their underlying principles. This ongoing research has led me to develop a practice I describe as renaissance. I explore relationships between movement and textile, shadow and movement and speech, using these interactions to construct sensorial and embodied experience. This allows audience to engage through feeling and presence rather than relying on narrative explanation. Living and the training between cultures has shaped my artistic thinking through experiences of migration and in-betweenness, leading me to approach identity as something encountered through the body rather than defined or analyzed. After years of living in between cultures, I felt a call back to my birthplace, Luoyang. This return has led me to explore how ancient heritage practice, particularly Chinese shadow puppetry, one of the earliest forms of storytelling, can be reimagined for contemporary multicultural audience. The Lotus is a multidisciplinary theater project inspired by the life of Dai Ailian, a pioneering Chinese diaspora dancer born in Trinidad in the early 20th century. While researching her archive at the Royal Academy of Dance, I felt a strong personal resonance with her experience of navigating multiple cultural identities through dance. Her story mirrors my own sense of independence and became a starting point for exploring migration, belonging, and identity through performance. The project adopts a decentered approach to playwriting, drawing on dramaturgical principles from Chinese theater rather than Western narrative structures. Writing extends beyond plot, characters to movement, breath, spatial relationships, bilingual expression, and visual symbolism as integral elements. The work is shaped through a close relationship between movement and stage design. Textile, shadow, and light extend the performers' bodies into space, incorporating Chinese shadow puppetry and creating an immersive atmosphere. With initial support from Arts Council England, the project had its first experimental presentation during the Camden Fringe. This early sharing allowed us to gather valuable feedback from audiences and creatives, which now informs the next stage of development, including redrafting the script, refining the shadow puppetry, developing movement and stage design, adding captions to improve accessibility and clarify visual storytelling. By foregrounding sensorial experience over language, the work aims to engage Chinese diaspora audiences as well as audiences from other cultural backgrounds who may encounter linguistic or cultural barriers.